yeah, thank you so much for having a quick talk with me.
It's a pleasure. There will be a brown envelope at the end.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Thank you.
So, Stand Up and Rock. I just want to know a little bit more about that. Can you tell us?
Well, it does pretty much what it says on the tin. I do the stand-up, and my old mate Bevan from ELO, he's got his band, who they do the music with several guests, including Jeff Turton from the Rocking Berries, and Joy Strachanbrain from a group called Quill, which is very well known in the Midlands, but not so well known out here. Okay. I do half an hour of comedy, then there's music. I do another half hour of comedy, and there's more music. I get involved with the music at the end. And we have a backdrop of a couple of screens with constant pictures, videos of the artists that we're performing about, or the town that we're in. And it's a package that is, I wouldn't say it's unique, but I don't know of anyone else who's doing it.
Yeah. Okay. How's it been received so far?
Well, that's why we're still on the road. It started off with a couple of dozen dates because Bev and I have been very best of friends for 60 years and we'd never toured. So we thought we better start doing a few before the wooden box comes. And then we did a few and we really enjoyed it. And I hadn't been on tour or really performed since 1998. Wow, yeah. So a long time ago. And then I did a few shows. I really enjoyed it. We did we'll do a few more and a few more, and I think we're into about 150 now.
Yeah, it's an incredible amount in the last
Yeah, but it has gone incredibly well. I've never had receptions like this, Wow. And we're catering for an audience that really isn't catered for. It's it's a sort of a 45 plus audience, and they get fantastic music played by fantastic musicians that they don't get to hear very often, certainly live, and they get comedy that's without the expletives, which they're very appreciative of. I suppose stand-up really is the passion at the end of the day. I mean, obviously you get offered all sorts of things to act and sing and do whatever and write, and you do it, but nothing is as successful as the stand-up. Although, I did some TV shows, of course, which were very successful. The Detectives with Robert Powell we did that for 7 years, and very enjoyable period in my life. Difficult to put a finger on it. I would think in the early days I did an hour's live show, live to air on ITV at peak time, 9 till 10. No one had ever done it before. No one's ever done it since. And that was a highlight. And then Carrott's Lib was, I did 2 series of Carrott's Lib for the BBC in the early 80s, and that won a BAFTA and a lot of praise. I should have continued it, but I didn't. And then obviously away from the business, my family tends to rule all. I have 4 children, 6 grandchildren. But highlights, I would say those 2.
Brilliant. So I have to ask you about Golden Balls. It's on every morning. I walk down and get ready for work. Ooh, there you go, Jasper Carrott. And I absolutely love it. And oh god, I've got to rush off to work by the time we get to the end. But I mean, what's it like watching those people and the psychology behind it? I mean, do you get quite involved?
I mean, I never watch it. I mean, like most artists, I hate watching myself because you only ever look for what's wrong. Never for what's right. When I did it, it was an eye opener because I always thought if I was on a jury and the bloke walked in, the defendant, I'd know instantly whether he was guilty or innocent because I was that clever. Within 2 shows of Golden Balls, I wouldn't have a clue. I didn't realise people could lie that convincingly.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, I did it for 3 years, and we had 300 shows, so it was 1,200 contestants, and I learnt an awful lot about human nature, and it's still the best ending to a game show you could ever have. I mean, it is full of drama, and I mean, I hated it when people stole. If they both stole, I was delighted. Oh, right. If they both split, I was delighted. But if one won and the other one didn't, sometimes I think it just spilled over a little bit. Probably when I bit their head off.
Yeah, because like nowadays you can see they like say at the start whether they're going to split or steal on TV, and then they actually change their mind at the end. It's like, so they don't even know what they're doing. You don't know two minutes.
And I think some of the decisions were split, sort of split moment decisions. They suddenly think, yes, I'll split. No, I'll steal. But most people came with a plan, particularly the ones that wanted to steal. And I always, I always used to put a bit of doubt in the minds when we were talking, and I used to say now you've got to remember, this isn't the only time you're going to be on television. This show will probably be repeated, maybe a dozen times, So if you steal, you're going to be living with that decision for possibly the next 10 to 20 years. And people were, steal.
Steal anyway. So I just found out you have your own star on the Birmingham Walk of Stars, next to Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, how does that feel to have your achievements recognised?
Well, it was lovely because it's Birmingham, and I still live in Birmingham. I was born 12 miles from where I live now, so I've never left home really, and Birmingham means a lot to me. And being on the Birmingham Walk of Stars was a great compliment. And I had a couple of things. I had a doctorate from Birmingham University, which was a real honour, plus a few other things. And I'm this year I'm Brummie of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is who you're talking to, Steve. Okay, Brummie of the Year.
I think I need to be educated.
I don't know what I've done to deserve it, but I am Brummie of it. I don't think there's anybody else that's done anything like that. Jasper I've had since I was 9. It was given to me by some friends when we were playing football, and it stuck.
It's kind of like a game name almost.
But it stuck to the point where the masters at school used to call me that.
Oh, wow. So
I mean, when I was 9 at the time, and then I added Carrott when I was about 16. I don't know what. I was playing golf with Bev, pitch and putt, and somebody came up and Bev knew him, went hello, and Bev said, "This is Jasper," and this bloke said, "Jasper who?" And I'd never been asked that before, and I just went, "Carrott."
It's Carrott. And there you go.
And the Bevan thought it was hysterical. Why, I don't know. And he told everybody, "It's Jasper Carrott," and that stuck.
Oh.
And it was my real name really for many years. My wife went out with me for 3 months before she realised it wasn't my real name.
Oh really?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. But everybody knew me as Jasper Carrott. And when I started, I couldn't call myself Bob Davis. Well, apart from it being the most mundane name on God's earth, and how can anybody called Bob Davis be in the remotest bit funny?
You use it as a secret name for other things, and then.
But Jasper Carrott, when you announce, people go, "Oh, yeah." And it's a name that, if you're good, people remember it. But if you're bad, people remember it. So but it stood me in good stead, and I have to be grateful.
Thank you so much for talking with us today, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Cheers.